How you act in your videos is your actual personality / humour in real life.
I'd say so.
Yeah, I would.
I'd say in real life I'm a lot less on the ball. Like in videos, I feel myself like switch on and get into a moment of like trying to cut into things. Whereas like in real life, I don't care.
You don't cut into things.
I mean, I'm funnier off my YouTube channel than I am on it. YouTube videos are too stressful. It's like it's a hard environment to actually create content in YouTube. Genuinely.
I was watching back the new E-Boys video, and you were solid on it.
You put a good performance.
So why? Because working with other
You're putting a good performance.
working with other people makes my life so much like easier.
You're very. Oh, go on. Sorry.
No, you carry on.
I was gonna say you're very good off the cuff. Like in the moment, you're quick with it. I don't take that slander.
I really struggle with making videos that are all entirely on me because it's like I have like it's easy to just bounce off somebody else.
Yeah. Play a different role.
I don't know why. It's just so much easier just to have somebody else there to say something and then just to do that. Whereas like do that all yourself, like it sucks. That's why the E-Boys channel is like so much funnier for me. Always will be. Well, my videos on my main channel are the best. Always collabs. I don't know how you guys feel about that on your channels.
Yeah, I know. I'd agree with you. I think they're always the most natural ones, and I always feel like they do the best over time as well because it's just like people really care about those.
Do you find you do a weird voice when you do solo commentary?
A weird what?
I watch back. I was obviously I've been working on this video recently, and I've got like 5 different takes from 5 different weeks, and it's like in every single one of them in this video, it's like watching a slightly different person. It's very strange.
What, your commentary mode? Your commentary mode?
Yeah, it's like I don't know how to act when it's just me in front of the camera alone. I've got to, especially the difference between writing lines and improvising. It's like 2 different people. And I don't like it because I'm like, well, this guy is like relatively me, and then this guy's a weird, like, written version of me. It's very odd. Yeah.
I just got a good one. Alex has a small cock but makes up with his with it for his fucking. I'll read that again. Alex has a small cock but makes up for it with his football trivia knowledge.
That's not where I thought that was going. That is not. Oh God.
Is that a compliment?
No.
No, because your football trivia knowledge is shite.
Yeah, and also there's a YouTube
And your
video,
cock's massive,
unfortunately,
so-
on my channel that very much would disprove that theory.
Hey.
The hugest dong.
That I'll never be able to live down. So,
Oh no.
you know.
You can't
it's
live
so
down there.
horrible.
There's no
Yeah,
space.
There's no space down there. You'd suffocate.
Jesus.
You're all. No, I'm not reading that.
George likes the smell of his own farts.
I couldn't argue
No.
against it. It's not. I honestly, I'd fart and not be asked. Did you? What about you?
Yeah, I don't think you can be
What's
asked
even
by your
about
own.
you, Will?
Sorry, but I'm just sorry.
I mean, go ahead, Will. If you.
Yeah.
But I was just saying,
No, I
if you
sniff my
do,
own
George,
farts.
if you do, George, I could back it. I don't think mine smell that bad.
What if he says he doesn't now and you just...
What do you think? What do you think, George? George,
Huh?
forget it. Forget it.
You split the earnings based on individual input. No way, man. We're all getting a fair shot at this.
There's no fucking earnings.
George and James are the ones to bring food to shoots and make sure the others are taken care of.
We barely have water at shoots.
Yeah, when have we had food at shoots before?
I have brought waters for people at shoots.
I had to walk some across Shoreditch, like a big crate of water, and it was heavy.
That one day, that one art school day was so hot.
That was
like it's so hot you
horrific.
can't even think. Like I can't even fathom a day being that hot, being outside now.
You secretly don't like each other, but you do it just because everybody's associated you guys together.
That's quite a
No.
common one I'm seeing.
Yeah, I get that one a lot, but it's like, I know that I just generally don't work with people who I don't want to work with.
Yeah. It's either that or we really like each other and we're all having sex all the time. It's either one or the other, as people think.
That's the difference between the stands and just the random people who come across our videos.
You guys prefer doing the podcast to making videos.
Ooh, less pressure.
I like doing the podcast. It's probably one of my favourite things I do in the week. I love it.
I don't think I need to answer that one. I think everybody already understands my view of a podcast. Love a podcast.
Yeah, I could say that's true.
I'm of the opinion that when we make a good video, like for example, when I organised the Bake Off video and it was done and it was out and people loved it, that was such a good feeling. that I don't think could
You
be
could
matched
get
on an
from a
individual
podcast.
basis with the podcast.
Yeah.
Like the podcast is more of like a feel good, like, oh, I'm just going to chill for a bit. Like it's probably the best time I have making any form of content. But
Yeah.
Wow.
when I feel really good about a YouTube video on the eBoys channel, I feel like fucking proud of myself. So I like that
I
feeling.
think it's hard to compare the two of them because what I always loved about podcasts, which is why I always like doing them a lot, is that the podcast was the thing that like would normally keep me sane because you don't. It's not like I've written every minute of it, and you know it's just an hour of fucking complete ramble. So if people like it, it's because they like you. Whereas with the eBoys video, you get the rewarding bit out of being like, I wrote this and I fucking spent time on this and we shot it and it all went together and the shoot day was great. It's like you know, you've gone out to make that, so it's rewarding in that sense on a more work level. Whereas I think with the podcast it's enjoyable because it's just like having a chat. Like I watched back the last episode and when it's properly flowing, it's just I literally sat there and watched the whole episode back and it felt like it was only done in 10 minutes. And like you don't, that site, it's hard to get out of a YouTube video, which you can get out of a podcast really easily. Less stressful as well.
Here's one. Your managers hate you. Do you think the Misfits boys? I think Ryan and Mitch like us.
Bryce, can you get a video of Ryan answering this
Yeah.
question?
Yes.
Yeah, Bryce, will you please ask them their opinion on this? I would think no. They maybe get a bit sick of us sometimes not replying, but apart from that, and they pay for a lot for us.
How do you feel about eBoys? Alright. What makes you passionate about feeling eBoys?
How much money do they make you?
Fuck all, sweet fuck all. I don't know why we work with them still. We're there, right? Alex flirts with me a bit too much sometimes, but it's alright, I can put up with it. You just ruined my shot.
Okay, I'm going to make a prediction now, Bryce. Do not show this bit to Ryan. Ryan is going to film his response whilst walking somewhere in vertical. I'm just going to put that after whatever Ryan does. I just want to just play it, like we're back into it now.
I don't know, I feel like Ryan might have more about him than that.
Oh well, that's just my prediction. I just get that. I get the feeling that it's going to be like a little. All right, yeah, I'll do it. And he's so busy and he's just doing things. You know
And
what
the
I mean?
dog will
Like,
be
he
in the
always
background. The little dog.
gets-
Little dog. Yeah, I
Okay.
think they like it. I think maybe they like. They've stuck with us for long enough for no reason.
I've got a controversial one here.
Oi!
Alex is most likely bisexual.
Whoever came to that conclusion, well done for that one. You are correct. They've outed me. Yeah.
Clearly in your own head. You're clearly in your own head. He's the straightest man on earth.
Yeah, that's really rude to out me like that. Yeah, on my own podcast.
Has anyone kissed another e-boy? Have any of
Yeah.
you kissed?
Yes.
Yeah.
You two? How
I
come
mean, I've
I'm the
kissed
only one
both
who?
of them, Will.
How have I
just
not
haven't
kissed an
you.
e-boy? What the fuck? Am I the only one that's not
Some
kissed an
mental
e-boy?
nights back in 2018.
Oh, those nights were truly something.
So I'm the only one that's never been kissed by any 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Fuck you guys, man. This is you some fucking fake friends, bro.
God, those games.
You haven't had your initiation yet.
True. You're not even an e-boy.
Fuck off, man. I'm not kissing.
Hang on, that doesn't really help with all. No,
The saliva swap is an essential part of the ritual.
this doesn't help with all the questions being like, you always secretly come and try.
No, we don't. We definitely don't. We don't.
We don't do that. We don't do that. We just kissed, right?
Just kissed. Just 3 out of the 4 we've kissed. Fuck you, man. I'm being left out.
He's generally upset.
We're not talking about like necking on with each other. It's just like little peck. Like a little peck.
Little peck. Little peck.
Just a little peck.
Little peck right on the tip of his penis.
Oh. Wasn't that like the first night we met?
No.
You kissed him on the cock.
Are you sure?
I think
Kissed
one
James
of the
on the cock.
No, not sucking each other off. That was second.
No, that would do. Never on the first date.
Yes. We're not that easy.
I still remember that first night we went out in London, James.
You were so drunk. I remember you literally vomiting. This is one of the best memories I have of you. You were on the floor. You'd like vomited. You were like covered in a blanket. Your eyes were like rolling into the back of your head, and you went, "Are you free to edit a video tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I walked into the other room and I just went, the grind never stopped.
You gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
I've never seen anyone that plastered, but
Still on work mode.
be thinking about the business. You know what I mean? The grind.
To explain it, I was there as well, and I'm sure James would back me on this. Like, George had genuinely lost like all function in his arms and legs.
I
We had to carry him, and we were in the other room. We were still playing this drinking game, and suddenly you just hear this like thud sound effect because he's like accidentally rolled off the bed. So we had to go in, pick him up, and put him back on the bed. And then he asked James if we could edit the video tomorrow.
I remember mixing squash and...
Yes, that's what... I was fine before then. Because we just went for a nice quiet pint in spoons. And that's what I assumed the evening was. And then you poured me like fucking quad shots in and squash.
No, it was martini. It was like 4 shots of martini and then squash.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst drinks. But back then I used to drink fucking anything. Anything.
Yeah, we all got initiated
great.
into that uni life back then.
Oh my
in that
God, it was
small
awful.
little apartment.
I still remember the Uber ride home and it was heinous. Like, it was awful.
Yeah, it was funny though. It was so funny. Oh man, unbelievable. The whole thing was unbelievable.